All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a brand new fire, might I add, episode of Jollof Now, and I'm sure you're wondering, what are you doing here, Charlie? I know, hold your horses. Doris said, you know what, Charlie, I trust you with my baby. You're going to ensure that my guests are comfortable and would have a great conversation regardless, and of course, the show must go on. So I said, say no more. Yours truly is here. So this is Jollof Now, brand new episode, and I have with me one of, apart from the fact that she's my personal favorite person and an awesome human being, she is quite eloquent with English. That's number one. She's a lawyer, a trained lawyer, ladies and gentlemen. She is an actor per excellence, a walking, that's actor and that's actor, a walking actor. She's also a beauty queen as well as a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I make welcome the one, the only, the amazing Violet, baby girl. How you do?
I want
to honestly.
That was quite the introduction.
You love it, Abby.
You
love
it. Loved it.
I do want. I want to. Sorry, guys. I speak good English. I do want to. This guy don't make me go that side. Stop it.
Why?
I
Why do
wanted
I
to
bring out the worst in you?
No, you don't. You bring out the bullshit in me. I'm not always this bullshit. Okay, I honestly wanted to pronounce your surname. Violet, please pronounce it by yourself.
Ejiata. It's actually really that simple. I don't have, any inflections or anything.
I don't know why I always overthink your surname.
What
I think
is
that maybe it's Ejiata or
Ejiata
and I like to
something.
get it right.
I know.
So it's
Violet
Ejiata.
Ejiata.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Violet?
Do you want to guess? Wild guess.
I know where you're from. Tell them.
Okay, I'm originally from Enugu State. I have a
Yes.
mix of Kogi State as well. So there's Igbo and Igala in my blood. I was born in Maiduguri, Borno State. So there's Hausa in my soul. Honey.
Interesting. And I know that you're fluent in 4 languages.
Yeah, with varying degrees of proficiency, obviously. But yes, and this is because I was, I've been around.
Yeah.
I schooled in Ile-Ife. That's where I bagged my law degree.
Right.
Schooled in Potiskum, Yobe State. That's where I bagged my A levels. So yeah, there's been all of that.
My God, please, how do you say I'm gorgeous in Yoruba?
In Yoruba, Moa Priri.
That's more funny. How do you say I'm gorgeous in Igbo?
In Igbo, my cousin. Hello.
What name, Maka? It's not. You can even the blind.
That's my Igbo name.
Amaka is
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. How do you say it in the northern side of Nigeria?
In Hausa.
Hausa. How do you say it in Hausa?
In Adakil.
See, at this point, let's just focus on this interview, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. I mean, you do so many things, Violet. Yeah. You are an actor, you're a philanthropist, you're a lawyer. Let's start from the beginning. I know that you have a law degree. Are you a practicing lawyer?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
And I have not been called to bar just yet.
Right.
I will pursue that. I intend to pursue that. But I'm yet to become an actual lawyer. Yeah, because I've not been called to bar yet.
Yeah, but you go to law school now.
I will.
Okay, she will. So
I will.
just so you know. Let's talk about the actress that is you. I know that you were in Flossom and you've done a couple of other stuff as well. How's that been?
Fantastic, to be honest.
Bollywood is fantastic?
It is.
Okay.
Here's why. It was almost like, so I know this is very cliche to say, when people say, oh, I didn't go for it, it came for me. But that's literally what happened.
Really?
So when I landed African Magic, when I landed my flatmate on African Magic, it was such a huge deal. It was my first time auditioning in my life.
Wow.
For an acting role. Other than, normal drama in secondary school, that was my first proper gig. And this was in 2019. I was in my final year at the time. I was sitting for my final exams, and I just received this call. And they say I have to be in Lagos the following day for 8 a.m. I was really excited until they mentioned that.
Wow.
My school is 3 hours away from Lagos, Ile-Ife.
Exactly.
And I'm like, oh my God, I can make it for 8 a.m. Can I come over the weekend? And they say, no, we need you tomorrow. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't make it. And because I didn't want them to know I was a student at the time, I just said, oh, I'm out of Lagos on official engagement. And then they said, okay, don't worry. I was really sad. 2 weeks later, I got a call again from them. I'm like, okay.
Okay, there's something about you. Okay. I love it. Right.
Yeah, they called me again. And again, I was in school and I couldn't come down. So in my mind, like, I had lost that.
Yeah,
I had lost that gig, to be
feel.
honest. The following month, his name is Mandy. Mandy puts a call through to me and he's like, Violet, are you in Lagos now?
Wow.
I'm like, yes. He says, can we see you tomorrow? I'm like, okay, I'm
there.
Me?
First
you
flight.
Have me?
I love it.
I was in Lagos, and that's how my flatmates happened.
Wow.
I was called 3 times. It was really like destiny calling me, like, come into this, come into this.
Mm-hmm.
And 3 years later, or 4 years later, because this is that was last year, 3 years later, I attended very random audition, by the way. Like, when you're just scrolling on Instagram and then you see something and it said added advantage. No, they were specifically looking for someone who could speak Hausa or Igbo or Yoruba. I'm like, okay.
I speak all of them.
Yeah,
okay.
I like what I'm saying.
Right.
I just applied. I sent them an email. And I received a call back, and I attended the audition. It was in Lekki or VI, I can't remember. And the director of directors was there. He was part of the casting judges.
Who's that?
Tyler Odense.
No way.
It's like auditioning in front of Tyler Perry to me.
I can imagine.
Yeah. And I did that. They gave me 2 different roles to sort of play out, and I acted it out. And I said, okay, thank you. And, I left.
Oh.
Around a week later or so, honey, I just received a DM
From who?
from Tola himself.
Stop.
Listen,
I can imagine how you felt.
no, I was screaming.
Wow.
I was screaming.
Right.
My friend Chika was at home at the time. I was screaming. I'm like, because this is what happened. The day of the audition, it was a Tuesday. She had a job interview. I had the audition. So we literally prayed. We held hands. We prayed, to do whatever God wills.
Yeah.
When you say God is in your hands, and
But you really want it.
So yeah, we both got what we wanted. So it was
Oh.
really, really exciting. It was
That's
really
so
exciting.
cool.
Tola messaged me, and he said they'd been trying to reach me, and that the entire team had said, you know what, let's move on, because they couldn't see my phone number on the profile I had submitted. Apparently it was too faint. They couldn't see it, and they had tried to reach me. My Instagram was on private, whatnot. But Tola said no, he wants Violet Ejiata, and he's going to get her.
Wow. I love it.
I'm like, come on.
And I mean, I saw
And you know how I know this story?
How?
I know the story because I had specifically asked him. Because when he said, oh, you had not been reachable, we had all tried to reach you, the team was ready to move on. I was like, why did you, like,
Why did you continue? What did you-
why precisely did you say you must get this person? And he told me, I'm like, take my soul, Hollywood.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, what God cannot do
Doesn't
and
exist,
that's on
baby.
period. I mean, I'm just really excited. I saw you in Flossom and I was so happy. I thought you killed your role. And there's
thank you
something
so
about
much.
there's something about you, right? When, and I'm not saying this because she's my personal, my friend or whatever, but like when Violet walks into a room, you know that somebody walked in. She carries herself like she is the damn shit. And she is the damn shit, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm just really proud.
Thank you.
know,
Thank you
of
so
you.
much. So I'm really hoping that
Yeah.
off the back of that, I can get, so much more out
Yes,
of it.
you will.
So
Definitely you will. All right, let's also, just go the pageant queen route for, a second. Not a second, let's do our day, to be honest. Because I feel like you are a complete embodiment of what a queen should
my
be.
God,
I mean,
that's
there is
so
beauty,
humbling.
there is brains, and
That's
this.
so humbling,
And,
thank
and I'm being honest. This thing where they say, I mean, of course, I attend pageants and they say, oh, this lady won or that lady won, and they typically would have this pet project or that pet project. And honestly speaking, it sounds nice when they talk about it. It looks good on paper,
Yeah.
and you're hoping that, okay, let's see how this person's able to accomplish. And 1 year after, when they come back to hand over, there really isn't, any evidence. They go explain, no evidence, But I see what you do, right? And I want to ask you directly, the 528 project.
Yes.
Did it come off being a beauty queen, or that was something that honestly you just really wanted to do, regardless of your position in life?
I would say both of them, because when I started, I was a beauty queen. I was the face of Girlpreneur 2020. So when it happened, I was celebrating my 25th birthday at the time, and I had just scrapped my entire all-white dinner I had planned. I'm like, I don't know. I just felt an inspiration. I keep telling people I did not sit down to think this thing out. I just felt like doing that month. That was in September. And it seemed good, like you say, it's good. It's always good on paper, when you talk about, oh, I'm a beauty queen, this is what I'm doing, it sounds good. But in October, the following month, Girl Child Day, precisely, we had another outreach, October 10th. And at that outreach, there was a girl who came out and she asked me what I was holding, because I do a menstrual lecture. I don't just go out and give pads. No, I do an actual menstrual lecture. in quotes, eviscerate a sanitary pad so people know the content of what they're using. Do you understand? Why is it even an absorbent in the first place? You need to know these things. And even I didn't know until I had gone to that camp, and a gynecologist was brought to camp to teach us like a lot of things.
Oh, wow.
Like the female reproductive system and health is so huge. It's so enormous. Like there's just so much to know, you know. And I do my best to teach as much as I know and as much as I can. And so this girl comes out, obviously like an adolescent girl. You can tell that a person this age should be seeing her period, and she's asking me what I'm holding.
Oh wow, really?
It was a very humbling moment for me. It's like this girl has never seen a sanitary. She cannot recognize a sanitary pad, which means she has never used a sanitary pad. You know, for people like me who, in my home, sanitary pads my mom used to buy sanitary pads for the entire year. We were 3 girls, so my mom would just buy like an entire bag of it. We didn't buy it on a monthly basis. Do you understand? So it's what I knew. It's the only thing I knew. So for an adolescent girl to not know it at all and to have never used it, I made a commitment that day, October 10th, 2020. I made that commitment to continue this regardless.
Wow.
Regardless of my position, regardless of my capacity, I was going to do it.
And it's 3 years now.
Yes, it's been 3 years.
How do you do it? Do you do it yearly? Is it a monthly thing? How does it work?
So my initial plan was to do it every other month.
Okay.
But because I was attached to an organization and they sort of took charge of the operations at some point in time, my role was sort of limited. But now that I'm much more in charge, because at the time it was even called Paddy Pal Initiative before I changed it to the 528 Project because they wanted the name. So I moved on from that and I decided, you know what, I'm going to continue the same purpose, the same advocacy, just under a different name. You know, so now that I'm a lot more in charge, what I'm doing is I'm getting partners, collaborators, volunteers. And I mean, we've done a project in Ghana. I wasn't even physically there. Amazing. So the 528 Project is a lot bigger than me. It's not, I tell people it's not a me thing. The 528 stands for our menstrual cycle. You know, we bleed for 5 days every 28 days.
Okay.
So it's a universal average for our menstrual experience. So it's not me, it's for women,
by
women. You know, so if I have sanitary pads, because we have a lot of partners, so if I do have the resources that you need and you're getting to a community that I can't reach, I would support you. Amazing. You know, so it's not a me thing. I don't own it. You know, so that's it.
Well done. Like I'm so proud. Well done. So I know that. Listen, girl, I know that you have a lot of crowns. You wear a lot of crowns. So, run me by a few pageants you have. You know, if you can remember. I know it's a lot. You have gone for.
In total, it's 4.
Okay, so tell me.
In total, it's 4, or maybe 5 if you add Miss NYSC. I don't know if that counts.
It counts now.
Okay. Let's say 5.
Okay.
So in 2017, that was when that was my actual debut in pageantry. Okay. I went to Miss Campus Ocean. At the time, I was an OAU student. So OAU is a school in Ocean State. Okay. So it was for campuses in Ocean State, tertiary institutions. And I represented OAU. Amazing. And I was the very first queen.
Stop.
You see, even I couldn't believe it at the time because, you know, I'm like proper curvy. So when it happened, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. It really really topped my confidence. Like, it's like, you know, because there's a lot of beauty standards and I have never really considered myself to be a beauty queen. Like, never. Wow. Because when you look at the stereotype, when you look at the rules, the regulations, the whatnots, you're like, oh, well, I don't fit in this space, you know. But when I tried it, let me tell you why I tried it, by the way. It was because of the prizes. I saw the prizes. I was supposed to host it. That's the funny thing.
Okay.
I was to host it, but when they had already gotten a host, I saw the prizes. And I'm a 400 level student. Right. A television set means a lot to me.
Yeah, of course.
A phone means a lot to me.
That's great.
There was cash prize. Okay. There was ambassadorial deal. I said, I'm going for this thing.
Let's try. What is there to lose?
You know, what's there to lose, really? And I lost nothing. I gained a crown, my very first crown. The following year, I went on to do Miss Africa Golden. In November of 2018, I won it as well.
Second win. We can't turn it.
Second win. Then the third one, 2020, Face of Girlpreneur, won it as well.
Third crown. You see what I'm saying?
2022, that was when I actually went for NYSC, and I'm like, I want this Miss NYSC crown. Okay. I actually prepared for it even before going to camp.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I got first runner-up.
Right.
Yes.
Amazing. And
this is my ultimate.
Yes.
Ultimate because Miss Universe is actually the biggest pageant in the world. It is 72 years old. So that's 72 years of producing ambitious, well-bred women. You know, women who are change makers, women who are game changers. Like, yeah, and I want to be a part of that. It's so much more. It's so big. It's like way bigger than me. You know, and the fact that Nigeria has never won it. Like never, and we've only had 2 placements in 72 years. So recently I was speaking with a friend of mine, and he asked me what I'm going to do differently, and I said there's only one way to find out, and the way to find out is if I win Miss Universe Nigeria, and I can win if they vote for me.
I honestly sincerely believe that you can,
Thank
because
you.
I think you're gonna win.
Amen.
Honestly speaking, I really
Amen.
really think
From
that
your
you're
mouth
gonna
to
win.
God's ears.
I think they're going to win. But let's talk about, so just for clarity,
Yeah.
Violet is vying for Miss Universe Nigeria, and you know, she will win. And
Amen.
represents Nigeria in
El Salvador
fantastic.
in November.
And she's going to win that one too.
Amen.
Just so you
Amen. Amen. Because the goal is to take menstrual equity global. I want to do a sanitary pad bank in all public schools across the world. It's very much achievable.
It is.
It is achievable. So Miss Universe for me is a means to an end.
It is.
And that's my end goal.
I want to know how you have been preparing.
Oh my God.
For this journey. 'Cause
Very
I know it's not easy.
intensely.
I know it's not
Very
easy.
so a lot of people are not privy to this part. So for a beauty pageant, obviously they test you're judged based on, it's a beauty pageant, so you're judged based on your physique. You're judged based on your mind, so beauty and brains. You're judged based on a couple other things. What's your presence? What's your brand presence? You know, what are your personal values? Do they align with the organizations? You know, so for the physical part, I had to register at a gym in, I think this is my 6th week. Yes.
Wow.
6th week without bread. Permit me to mention that. Yes, I got on a diet, a very extreme diet. I must tell you, it's 0 carbs. Yes, so
You're doing protein?
Yes, I'm doing protein.
Wow.
I have, I'm doing protein, and then I'm working out at the same time every day. So it has transformed me. It has transformed me in that, I won't lie, I have newfound respect for myself. The very first week I joined the gym, I felt horribly ill.
Of course.
With no diagnosis. You know, they couldn't tell what was wrong with me, because it's happening because you're working out.
Exactly.
It's not
Your body's trying
actually
to adjust.
sickness.
It's not sickness.
You
yes.
know, so, but I kept going. By day 4, I was already back in the gym. My training, I was not just in the gym, but I would still go back every other day. And I just always had, my presence wearing Nigeria on the international stage.
Yes,
at
please.
the back of my mind.
Yes.
That has been my biggest motivation.
Yes.
I'm not going to lie.
Love that.
I'm so laser focused on my goal that I would do anything. They're challenging my mind. They're challenging my body. I'm taking all of it in. And I'm saying, this is a brand new Violet coming to Miss Universe Nigeria. This is not a Violet of, not even last year, not even Violet of June. This is a brand new human being. And I give myself, right now I'm giving myself kudos for what I've been through and what I'm enduring.
It is a big deal. I'm going to come back to that in a bit, but I know that you're representing Kano State in the local, which is, in Nigeria.
Might I add, Kano State has produced the richest man in Africa, according to Forbes.
Okay,
12 years in a row.
Okay, now here we go. So what do we need to do to ensure that Violet gets, whatever she needs for this, pageant?
Vote, please.
Okay.
Please vote. Please engage on @MissUniverseNG on Instagram.
Please, that's the camera.
Okay. This is Miss Universe Nigeria. Kano, my name is Violet Ejiata. To make it to top 15, to give me a higher shot at winning the crown of Miss Universe Nigeria 2023, please go to Silverbird website and vote for Kano State. I'm representing Kano State, even though I'm not from Kano State. We have produced, I'm bearing it now because, we have produced the richest man in Africa 12 years in a row, according to Forbes. So yes, I just might be next in line.
Yes, darling. So please, www.silverbirdtv.com.
Yes, please.
And then vote for Kano State. And it's completely free, isn't it?
No.
It's not free. What do we need to? How much is the
Money is cash.
How much?
100 naira.
100 naira per vote. So please
Yes.
go there, vote. I mean, this. I think you've heard. She has really sold herself. And if you think that what she's doing is important, then just do what you need to do. Basically, it's what it is. So I'm curious because me, I like Amebo.
Okay.
You had to go to the gym.
Yes.
Did you do that on your own volition, or were there specifications that you felt like, okay, I need to do this to be this?
It was. I think it was both.
Okay.
So I know where I'm headed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like let's say you're trying out for a job interview or for a job role, and before the interview you already know what they need. Maybe they require you to have taken some courses and things like that, and then you go tick those boxes just so you have a better chance.
Yeah.
So I know what's involved. I know what's required. I've been in pageantry for about 5 years. So I know what to do. And when the time was getting closer, I was very anxious. Very, very anxious. Yes, I think I've had probably 2 meltdowns.
Wow.
Because after I submitted the entry video, I realized I was so anxious that I didn't even know that I wanted it this much. It was when I started the entire preparation process. I was like, oh my God, I really want this. I really, really want this. And I'm really pushing myself. And I like I like what is happening with me. I like what is happening with me. I'm consuming a lot more global information because you need to just stay informed.
Abreast.
Stay abreast, and questions could come from literally anywhere. And I'm really happy I'm doing it. I'm happy I'm doing it.
Fantastic.
So yes.
All right. So I know that support in the industry, in every industry, is important.
Yeah.
Honestly, sometimes you just need that one person who you could talk to that could just tell you. I mean, you know it. You know you're the shit. You know you're great. But sometimes you just
have
really
your down
want
moments.
to. Yes,
Yeah.
you just want to hear it from somebody, and it's someone validates you and
Yeah.
makes you feel like, you know what, I'm on the right track. So I know that family is fantastic. I do. I know they'll always. Our mothers and fathers would always. Some fathers would always. Be that great.
Yeah.
But my question is, are there people in the pageant industry, the pageant business, that maybe you have had conversations with, that maybe personally, who have also encouraged you, told you 1 or 2 things, giving you 1 or 2 advice?
Yes, thank you for this wonderful opportunity, by the way, to shout out my, I would say more than manager, I would say my mother, really. Yes. Her name is Antonia Ahano, and she's popularly known as Coach Naya. She has really, really been with me, not just on this journey, but on every other journey since 2018. Whatever pageant I want to go for. At my last pageant that I won, at 2 a.m., that's when I won. That's when the event was over, and I had my crown on my head. And I called her, and she was the first person I called, actually, because she bought the form for me. She was like, I want you to go for this pageant. She bought me the form. And I called her. She was the first person I called. And she was up at 2 a.m. praying for me. She was on a towel. We had a video call, and she screamed so hard. She screamed so hard when she saw the crown on my head, because it wasn't transmitted live on YouTube. It was on Facebook. She wasn't on Facebook. She was praying the entire time, and I'm really grateful for her. I'm truly, truly indebted to this woman, because now again she's making sacrifices, to just prepare with me, to pray with me, to encourage me. Both in the times I feel like I'm the next queen, and in the times I feel like, So and then someone as well outside of the pageant space, he's the CEO of Kanta. His name is Samuel Iluama. He has literally held my hand through this process in the last 2 months. Yeah, so I'm getting emotional talking about these people, because I'm truly, truly grateful for their commitment to my vision. They truly genuinely want me to be successful at this, and I'm very grateful for the both of them.
Of course, definitely. I mean, we have to wrap up, but this is take this to be my official congratulations.
Thank you.
To you.
Thank you. Amen.
Miss Universe Nigeria.
Amen.
I know it's gonna happen, and when it happens, they'll be like,
Amen.
"Girl, I told you so." I'm your prophet.
You have to be there, though. I need you to be there,
honey. I'm going to be at that event.
You have
I
to.
did not want
You have to.
but I will be there.
Thank you.
Because you're going to be there. And I mean, it's great to just support your friends who are doing fantastic stuff. Well done.
Thank you.
If anyone wants to, maybe they watch this interview and they just want to reach out, they want to maybe give you money, give you whatever it is they want to just support you with, how do they contact you or reach out to you?
I am at Violet Ejiata on all social media platforms.
Okay.
Everywhere you go. Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok. What else? YouTube.
Okay.
What else?
Violet Ejiata.
Yes.
Just
Violet
anyone that you're on,
Ejiata.
just type
Yes.
Violet Ejiata.
Yes, please.
And send her a DM.
Yes, please.
And of course, she will definitely respond. Thank you so much for being here.
I truly appreciate the opportunity to be here.
I mean, anytime. And when you do win, please, come back.
Honey, the
And
next
let's
time you see me,
celebrate.
I'll be wearing a crown. Amen.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm like,
and I'll be here with an entourage.
Yes,
you know?
please. I love it. But I mean, well done.
Thank
And
you.
we wish you the best here at Radio Now. And,
Thank you.
hope to see you at the top.
Thank you so much.
And that's it on Jollof Now. It's been a fantastic conversation with Violet Ejiata. And, she is vying for Miss Universe Nigeria, representing Kano State. And hopefully she's going to win. And she would, of course, represent Nigeria abroad. So please do well to support her in any way that you can. The handle, like she said, is Violet Ejiata across all social media platforms. Send her a DM, contact her, whatever it is, if you feel led to. Please let us support our own. Some of us are young Nigerian youth who are just trying to be better individuals, trying to do great, and just trying to impact the world in the little way that we can. So why not, if not to show support? My name is Charles Bond. Follow me at _Charles Bond across all social media platforms. And of course, follow us here at Radio Now 953 on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Okay, no, YouTube is Radio Now Studio. That's the one. But everywhere across all social media platforms. I remember yours truly, Charlie. Next time you might not see me. Doris might come back and kick me out of this thing. But if you want me to come back, just tell us in the comment section. See, I do love Charlie. His vibe is sweet. I might just come back, but yeah, it's what it is. This is. See ya.